let this sucker charge. Hope you guys remember me picking up this tractor at the auction. If not, take a look at the video. It's pretty cool, me loading it on the gooseneck. Anyway, it's finally time to work on this thing. Spring's coming, and I gotta make some money and sell this thing. So the only way to really blow a head gasket or to crack a head on these tractors is to run it really hot or out of coolant, doing dumb stuff. These Shibaura engines, these are badass engines, and I don't know, it's one of the reasons why the Amish love them so much. So to remove the head, we got a lot of other bullshit we got to remove first. So I'm just gonna get to it. Ain't got no fucking fluid in it. Well, it makes that part easy. Okay. Yeah, there ain't no coolant in any of this thing. Voila! Look at all the shit in here. A lot of moisture got in here. We got to bring this old girl back to good health. 2. All right, let's take the push rods out. As you're pulling them out, you want to check and make sure they're all straight, none are bent. If they're bent, definitely want to replace them. Woo! So much for that bolt. Okay. Now that's clear. So these Shibauras are all the same. And these injectors can give you some problems. You could use a 17mm wrench to get you by, but really you want to use like flare nut wrenches. So I'm using a 17 flare nut wrench on this, and I may or may not need to hold down on the injector itself. Each one's a little different. So this one turned off, this one came off easy, so that's nice. Let's do the next one. That one came off easy. All right, this one we're turning the whole injector. So it is a 24mm box wrench you're gonna need to put on. And there we go. Just to counter it. Now we can remove the whole fuel rail. Look at that. There's the fuel rail. This 4-cylinder Shibaura's got more head bolts than my 6-liter Power Stroke. What we gotta do is I gotta disconnect the glow plug. This is the glow plug rail, and I gotta remove the rail so I can get to these head bolts. Okay. That's the connecting rail. Okay. I'm interested to take this head off and see what it looks like. It is windy today. All right, before I lift this head, I am going to bang the shit out of it and hopefully loosen it up. Upsy daisy. And she's coming. There we go. Okay. Well, I think we're gonna have to pay Spanky a special visit here. We got some corrosion and I might need him to deck this puppy. So look how bad the corrosion is. It's real bad. That is a lot of damage there. So I'm punching out this injector port here. I should say I took the injector out of the top end and then I got to punch this plate out. So it's hard to tell, but a little rusty knob sticking out. That's actually the glow plug. And I am looking at that part there because that does not look healthy to me. Let's see what I can do here. So unfortunately the head is cracked, and well, when I put this on a flat surface, you don't hear anything. But when I put it on the crack here, you can actually see, you can see and hear it leaking. And you can see water coming out. So, I gotta decide, how daring do I be? I might cut this out and TIG weld it in. And then I might bring it to Spanky to put on his mill. Or I might source a new head, but man, I think these heads are very pricey, so I might be doing some welding. Gonna have to look online, but this is disappointing and it's added cost to this project. And another thing, I think I'm just supposed to be pissed off today. So I got the head off the Ford, and I'm telling you, like, these engines, these are awesome engines. I've never seen one so mistreated like this before. Anyway, this is the cylinder that had the head crack, and you can see the corrosion here. It's not terrible, and actually the cylinder itself doesn't look too bad. But when I try to move the piston, this one, you know, cylinder 3 doesn't move too much, or cylinder 2, I should say, doesn't move too much. Cylinder 3, though, I can move back and forth. Like, you see how much I'm moving that? See how tight this is? This needs to be tight, and, like, I can move this back and forth, so I could throw the head back on this thing, and I'd probably make some compression, but we got to take care of this old girl. One thing that's nice is these cylinders are lined. So we can remove the cylinder liner so I don't have to hone the damn thing. But I was not expecting to inline this motor, so now I got even more work ahead of me. Well, that's it for this video. I got to source some parts and I got a lot more work on my plate. Biggest rule I want to tell you guys is when you hear something wrong with your equipment, especially a nice piece of equipment like this, listen to it, call somebody. If you don't know what to do, reach out for help. But you're just creating more damage than good. A simple head gasket job now just turned into me rebuilding the motor. Ain't right.